Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. And yes, as you can see right here today in the studios, we have a full house once more. On my immediate left, we have Darwin, Reina. Darwin is a very familiar face on our show by now. And Darwin, you know exactly how our program works. So can I have you tell us and the viewers a little bit of feedback from the last time, what you expect today or what you hope to do today?
Well, actually today I went to run, Banu, and I have this pain on my back. What can we do for that?
Oh my God, that's two of you today.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why, because maybe I didn't stretch before and after,
Yes, you
so
do
maybe
need
that's
to
the
stretch.
problem. Yeah.
Right.
So what can we do for that?
We are going to do, if you already are in pain, if your back is already hurting, you want to do forward folds.
Okay.
That's exactly what we were going to focus on today. Actually, we were going to do that tomorrow. But since both you and Sarah Torres to my extreme right, Sarah, I'm going to have you tell us how did you hurt yourself today? Was it yesterday?
Well, I hurt myself today. I think it was
running after
Thursday.
The little ones.
No, I was moving stuff. I live in an apartment building. It's on the fifth floor. It's a walk up.
Don't you remember the tip we gave you, girl? Remember last time we said what
if
you cannot
can't
shift
with one foot, do not pick
do
up
not
with
lift
two hands.
with 2 hands. You need to come back here more often.
I need so.
So how's your back feeling today? You okay?
It feels a lot better. Well, you know what? When it happened, I didn't feel anything. It was the morning when I woke up. It was like, what happened? Like, I swear I fell out the bed or somebody did something to my back. I was like, my kids were like jumping on my bed when I was sleeping.
Oh, my.
I just woke up like stuck, couldn't.
Sometimes your spine could just be lower on one side. That gives you a bit of a backache as well. But you know how you hurt your back. So
yeah,
that's
like, because it was too much. Like, I didn't want to. It hurt to walk that day. Just to walk, you got to walk.
Well, that's so important, Sarah. It's so important to have a healthy spine. And that's what yoga is all about. All yoga is about spinal health.
Right.
And spinal health begins with stretching. So if you are in pain today, this episode is dedicated to Sarah Torres and Darwin Reina. We're going to do forward folds today. And tomorrow we'll go ahead with the sun salutation because I want you to feel better when you finish stretching with us. If you had felt strong enough today, would probably do back bends or sun salutations somewhere where you would need to use the strength of your back. Right now you want to feel some kind of relief. So that's what we're going to do. So welcome back to the show,
Thank
Darwin
you,
and
Banu.
Sarah. And we believe you are going to bring your little ones next time, correct?
Yes, if not, in the next couple of episodes.
Okay.
They're supposed to be,
All right.
they're supposed to be here today, right?
Yes. We had a little bit of a chat this morning, and because of the weather.
Sarah, Darwin.
Now for the big moment that our viewers have been waiting for. We have another brand new face right here. We have Anjuli Bhattacharya to my immediate right. Anjuli, all I know about you is you're a dancer. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself to all of us and to our viewers. We have approximately 3.5 million viewers at MNN. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm a dancer. I'm a modern dancer, contemporary dancer.
Right.
I also do jazz and hip hop and all that. I'm 27. I'm married.
Oh, well, I didn't ask you that. That's
cool.
good. That's good.
I'm down with my age. It's good with me. I've been doing yoga for probably, 10 years.
It shows that you have been practicing for a while because I noticed you were very comfortable doing a free headstand right here before we set up while we put the mats out.
Yeah.
Anjuli was in headstand. Viewers at home, please do not try postures like headstand or shoulder stand unless you have someone next to you, especially the headstand. You need somebody, a guided trainer next to you unless you're very experienced.
Or unless you're crazy. Like
unless you're crazy, like Sarah, yes.
Don't hurt yourself. Actually, my dance director, she broke her neck in a headstand, so
It's possible.
be
yeah.
careful.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the main reasons, Anjuli, why we take our viewers through 48 simple ailment-specific stretches. In fact, while I do that, I can also continue with a little bit of housekeeping I need to do. We put all our postures on a postcard. So when viewers come to stretch with us right here on the show, we have a postcard for you with 48 simple stretches. And if you notice, there's no headstand right here. Not even shoulder stand. What we have is Viparita Karani, which is really half shoulder stand. So you really, once we take our buttocks off of the floor, that's the center of gravity in our body, and that's the heaviest part. You want to make sure you know your center of balance. You know where the fulcrum is in your body. So if we're not experienced, we don't have someone next to us. But you obviously knew what you were doing, so that it was a pleasure to watch that. It was good. So you're talking about the different kinds of dancing that you do. Now, do you see any, since you've also been practicing yoga, do you see a lot of comparisons? Do you
Oh
see
yeah,
some similarities?
actually, it's similar to like any kind of training you would do because it
Right.
helps with your balance. It helps with your flexibility and your mental and physical stamina.
Right, right. So you have all this, we have a lot of mental and physical energy at the end of every episode that we stretch in. And you're right, it helps with the focus. It helps with mental and physical energy. In yoga, we try to take it one step further. And that is, of course, as we've talked before in previous episodes, that's a very private domain. We try to take it to the spiritual levels. But right here in the studios, we only deal with the physical aspect. If you cannot take care of your body, you're not ready to control your mind. And once the mind is strong enough, it goes even further. We look at higher levels. Now, to help you stay in touch with your practice, we also have a fridge magnet. Slipped out of my hands. Stick this on your fridge, put the postcard in your briefcase. Don't give yourself or us any excuses not to stretch. We have my third title, Yoga Secrets, which is in tatters by now. It has 2+8 ailment-specific cards inside, so it's very, very regional. The program we have here deals with a special sequence called 48 Plus. What we do is we target different regions of the body. So if you want to do stretches that'll help prevent asthma, you open up your chest, so you do chest openers. You want to deal with, you want to help prevent arthritis of the knees, you do knee benders. So you target different regions of the body so you can prevent several common ailments. Now, we're not certified, we're not doctors, we're not certified medical practitioners here. What we do is help you see how your body can heal itself. Having said that, Yogaxpress is taped in the studios of Manhattan Neighborhood Network. We air 5 days a week, Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FIOS 35. 1:30 Eastern Time, that's 1:30 New York time. And if you come to stretch with us, as we promised, we'll give you all of these little extras, plus you get free guided stretching right here in the studios. And thanks to Darwin, he's always reminding me, if you need extra help about the content of our show, visit my website, www.yogaxpress.com. We live in North America. We do not know how to spell. It's YOGAXPRESS.com. No E. We're going to do forward folds today. As I said, we're going to dedicate this episode to Darwin and Sarah.
Oh, thanks.
Let's stand up. And I hope both of you feel better after we do our forward folds. Remember, if there are any balance postures involved in today's episode, you want to make sure that you look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. Let's stagger ourselves. Darwin, why don't you and Sarah come forward?
Think so?
And
Yeah.
probably you should be the other way, right?
Yeah,
You're taller.
that's right.
Okay. And yes, Sarah's forward. Okay. Heels together, toes slightly apart, palms in front of your chest, elbows are raised. Remember, when your elbows are up, your mind stays alert, it stays in the moment. Inhale, take your arms all the way overhead. Hasta Uttana, hands, arms raised. Hasta is hands, and Uttana is raised. Now, exhale, fold from the hip. Padahasta. The aim was to do the forward fold. So you want to keep exhaling, and if you can, keep exhaling through the belly. So as you go deeper and deeper into your stretch, you will feel a delicious sensation in the back of your spine. Hold it right there. I'm going to come here and just help Darwin. Darwin, keep exhaling and keep going down. Now, if you feel the need to bend your knees just a little bit, just for today, Darwin, it's okay. But make sure, do what Darwin's doing. Make sure that you make the connection. Place your hands either at your ankles, at your toes, or you want to place it all the way on the floor the way Sarah and Anjuli have it. That's great. For me, I'm here to my toes. Now, place your palms together. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. We're going to do another intense forward fold. Let's all turn to face the front right corner of the mat. And this time what we're going to do is bring our legs out all the way out. Bring our feet all the way out. So say about 3.5 to 4 feet apart, which is a little wider than I would normally come. So if your feet are about 3.5 feet, you want to bring them out 4 feet. Put your brakes on. So make sure your toes are in. Now here's what we're going to do, and this is why we usually stagger ourselves on the mat so we don't hit each other. Bring your toes in, Prasarita Padottanasana. Prasarita means widespread, Padottan is feet, Asana of course is posture. Now inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling, take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together in any manner you've been trained. Exhale, fold from the hip. Anjuli, apologies in advance if I hit you. Now, once your palms are on the floor between your feet, feel free to wiggle your feet a little wider. This posture, the school that I came from, calls this posture Ugra Asana. Ugra is fierce, but I believe in North America it's called Prasarita Padottanasana. Keep exhaling. Try to touch the top of your head to the floor. If that doesn't happen today, feel free to use a foam block. Just make sure that you make that connection. Now, if that's not enough, you're really tired, you want to put it at the midpoint. Keep exhaling. Every time you exhale, you'll be able to fold over a little deeper. Darwin, how does it feel in the back of your legs? You ran today, right?
Yeah.
Now, you feel it, right?
Delicious.
Now, it's a delicious stretch, I like that. If you feel your forehead is not going to touch the floor, the top of your head is not going to touch even at midpoint, place the block at its highest orientation. Whatever you do, make the connection. Now, I'm going to take this off out of my way. Inhale, press with your palms. Before you come up, wiggle your feet a little closer till you think it's safe to come up. Place your palms together. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Very slow, controlled motion. Exhale and release. Let's wiggle our feet a little closer, actually all the way in, and let's turn to face the front of the camera. Sarah, are you starting to feel any
It's like
relief in your back? Feels good, right? Because
yeah.
the whole spinal extensors get this wonderful stretch when you go all the way down. With your legs apart, you also get the hamstring stretch. So we're really getting a 2-in-1 workout. We're going to do another forward fold called Uttanasana. Uttan is forward fold. This also, again, this has another name in North America. I believe it's called ragdoll. I can understand why. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I understand because when you fold over, you're really suspending the whole upper part of the body. You're letting gravity do its work. So this time we're going to have Darwin come forward. I'm going to have Anjuli go forward, and Sarah and I'll come back. Heels together, toes slightly apart. Again, palms in front of your chest. Elbows are raised. Inhale, take your arms all the way overhead. Cross your palms over, hold on to the opposite elbows. Once you've made that connection, you want to wiggle your biceps behind your ears. That'll help you open up your chest. Take your shoulders back. Exhale, fold from the hip. Keep exhaling through the belly if you can. I'm doing a loud exhale called Ujjayi. Ujjayi is guttural breath through the throat. It literally means victorious, and when we have a chance to sit down and talk about it, I'll explain where that term came from. Just suspend your body in midair. This is one time we do not insist that you make the connection because you already have made that connection with your palms on the opposite elbows. Uttanasana, intense forward fold. You need to feel the lower part of the abdomen pressing against the upper front part of the thighs. Inhale, come up with a nice straight back. Engage your low back muscles. Let's come up. Slow and deliberate. Exhale and release. How does that feel? Feels good? All right. We probably could have transitioned into the next posture right away. We're going to do that. We are going to go into a forward fold this time with our palms on the ground, downward facing dog. Very, very popularly known as downward facing dog in North America. It has another name where I studied these postures. We'll come to that in a moment. Inhale, I'm going to come here so I don't hit you guys. You want to come forward a little more. Okay. Inhale. Bring your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. We're going to exhale, fold from the hip, and place our palms about 6 to 8 inches in front of our feet first. If you need to bend your knees, feel free. Exhale and fold. Down, feel free to bend your knees here. As you bend your knees, you can place your palms on the floor, take your left foot back, and then the right foot goes back. Exhale, press your heels down all the way, dip your head between your biceps, and breathe. Keep exhaling through the belly. When I first started practicing yoga, they would say this is a wonderful rest posture, and I went, oh yeah, right, it hurts. But, as you get used to these stretches, as your hamstrings stretch a little more, it actually is a wonderful, wonderful rest posture. While we are in this posture, we'll explain to you, this posture is also called downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho is down or downward, Mukha is face or facing, Shvana is dog. But the school that I came from calls this Parvatasana. Parvat is mountain. Keep exhaling and dip. Now, very gently, let me see if we have included the next one. No, we're not. So we're going to very gently walk our feet towards our hands. The next one is not a back bend, so we're going to fold it. Come down, place your palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Ooh. And that's wonderful. We all brought our arms down in different ways. It's nice. It's good that I hear those sounds and I feel very motivated, very encouraged, because that means you're getting something for your stretch. You're pushing yourself a little deeper. It's important for our viewers also to understand that the longer you hold, the deeper your stretch, the more endorphins you release, and you feel wonderful. You get this healthful high. We're going to do a seated forward fold. So we move from standing to seated, and from there we probably have some supine posture. So let's come down on our knees. Let's sit on our heels. If you're not accustomed to sitting on your heels, it might hurt just a little bit. You might want to place a face wash or a towel, or you could sit on a block like Darwin's doing. That's good. We're going to do a forward fold, the rabbit posture. So we're doing all the forward folds so that your back feels a little better at the end of this. Inhale, bring your arms. Are you comfortable sitting?
A little bit.
Are you sitting on a brick?
No.
Yeah, feel free. Feel free if you need to.
This is the hardest for me, You know that.
You'll be fine. You'll do well, and you'll feel better after this. A good forward fold. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. I noticed another thing with all of us right here. The moment you know what the posture is about, you know exactly what's coming next. We are so much more comfortable, and that's so important for us to know where we are going. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back. Lead with the chest. Try to touch your forehead to the floor before your palms get there. Now, once your palms are all the way down, make sure your elbows do not collapse. Your elbows should not come down. Press your buttocks as deep as you can, as low as you can, and hold it. Actually, I'd like to hear from Darwin and Sarah. How does your back feel in this posture?
I don't feel anything.
You don't feel? That means you need to stretch a little more. Here's what you can do, Sarah. Maybe it's a little too easy for you. Wiggle your fingers a little further away from you. That'll help you stretch the torso further forward. So that way you're actually stretching your spine, your whole spinal extensors. Your spinal extensors are getting a wonderful, wonderful release. You feel a little better? If that's not enough for you, you're going to have to keep stretching till you reach the camera. Keep exhaling. And bring your buttocks down. Actually, let me come up. Hold it right there. I'm wondering why you don't. Maybe it is too easy for you, but that means you're comfortable, right? You're not in pain.
No.
Okay, that's fine then. At least you're getting some kind of a workout. Maybe you just need to get deeper into the stretches. Inhale, place your palms together, engage your low back muscles. Let's come up with a straight back.
Wow.
Exhale and release. Now, if you notice, at different times, we bring our hands down different ways. Now, just as a little reminder to our viewers, when you bring your palms down in front of you, we are introverting. We're actually helping ourselves move into the spiritual level a little faster. I tend to bring my arms out all the time. I'm just a little bit pampered, but also I get more of a physical workout when I bring my arms down the side. So that way my chest opens up a little more, but sometimes I just make a conscious effort to bring it down the middle. I noticed you did it both ways, didn't you, Anjuli? Once you had your arms come down the center, another time it was out from the side. We're going to do another forward fold. Oh, the posture we just came out of is Shashank or rabbit. Now, the difference between the rabbit posture and the child posture, which is Balasana, is in rabbit, you have your arms all the way in front of you. In child posture, you take it to the back. Now, we're going to come down. We're going to sit on our buttocks with one leg extended. So let's extend our right leg. Left leg is folded at the knee. Let me see how dirty my feet are. Oh, well. People can't see it from that distance. So fold your left leg at the knee. Make sure that your left knee is at an L with your right leg. So right leg is extended. Flex your right foot. Turn your body to face the extended leg. Now, we're going to inhale. We're going to get into a posture called Janu Sirsha. Janu is knee. Sirsha is head. Janu Sirsha, literally head to knee. Now, Sarah and I believe Anjuli will probably find this posture very relaxing. For me, it's a little more of an effort, and for Darwin too. But we're all going to try. We're all going to try and get there. We all have our strengths. We have our weaknesses. We just are happy to acknowledge that. Inhale. Take your arms up to shoulder height. Palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Clasp your palms together. Now, you could clasp your palms any way you've been trained. You could have all your fingers over. You could have index fingers out. Or you could keep your palms flat. I'm going to keep my fingers all the way over. Turn to face the extended leg. Exhale, fold from the hip. Now, if you believe this might be comfortable for you, you can place your hands over the soles of your feet. Now, Darwin, if there is any difficulty, as long as you feel the stretch in the back of your legs, you want to try and keep your knees straight. You don't want to bend your knee. It doesn't matter if your hands are not over your feet. You can place your hands at your ankles, your shin, even your knee. This time your knee is not going to get pushed back because we're on the floor. Keep exhaling. I tend to hold my toes. Remember, the nerves that I hold my big toe, the nerves that end in your big toe lead to the eyes. So you're getting a bit of a massage when you hold on to your big toe. Keep exhaling and dip. And by holding my toes, I'm able to pull my body forward a little more. Inhale, clasp your palms together, engage your low back muscles. Let's come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. Let's switch legs. Let's extend the left leg out, fold the right leg at the knee, and make sure that the heel, the sole of your right foot, is attached to the inside of your upper left thigh. Now you want to make sure that your left leg is extended, left foot is flexed. Being a dancer, I think you probably are more used to pointing your feet, right? Notice that in yoga, we usually tend to flex our feet because we tend to stretch the back of our body more. We compact the front of the body, we stretch the back of the body. Either way, you're still getting a stretch. Just know the difference. When you point your toes, you get a stretch in the front of your body. You flex your feet, you're stretching the back of the body. So since today's postures are dedicated to Sarah and Darwin, we're doing forward folds to help you ease any pain in the back. We're going to flex our feet. Inhale your arms all the way overhead. Sorry, Darwin.
Don't worry.
Take your palms all the way over. Turn to face your extended leg. Exhale, fold from the hip. Clasp your heels or your toes and pull your body forward. Or even your ankles. Wherever you are, get a good grip and pull yourself forward. You should feel a wonderful compression of your lower abdomen on the front of your upper left thigh this time. Inhale. Let's come up. Engage your low back muscles. Come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. Extend the other leg out. I think we may have a couple of minutes, so we're going to steal about 3 to 4 more postures.
That was too fast.
Janu Sirsha, head to knee. That was too fast. Well, at the end of this, if we have a couple of seconds, you're going to tell us how you feel. Let's finish a few more postures. Extend both the legs out, flex your feet. Inhale, take your arms all the way overhead, Paschimottanasana or bird beak. Clasp your hands together. Exhale, fold from the hip. Hold on to your big toes. Place your palms over the soles of your feet or at your ankles. Try to pull yourself forward. Keep exhaling and pull. Inhale, clasp your palms together. Come up with a nice straight back. Exhale and release. And let's come up and sit on our knees and do a full forward fold called Maha Mudra. I believe we might have time for a couple more after that too. Now this time, the difference between this and the rabbit, the Shashank Asana. Shashank, you have your arms extended in front of you. This one, take your arms behind you. Sarah, do you want to turn around, show them the reverse namaste? Sure. Now feel free, if you're very comfortable in this posture, you might want to take your hands into what's called a reverse namaste. Oh, Anjuli, why don't you turn around too? You've got a reverse namaste as well. So you want to clasp your palms together in what we call a reverse namaste. So in prayer position.
If I can't.
If you cannot do it, hold on to the opposite elbows. Okay. So you want to hold on, open up your chest, exhale, fold from the hip. Lead with the chest. Forehead to the ground. Maha Mudra, grand gesture. Inhale, engage your low back muscles. Let's come up with a straight back. Let's come up. And we're all going to go into supine position with our heads to the camera. 2 more postures. It's a wonderful, wonderful release for the back. Extend your legs out in front of you. Bala Gopala or happy baby. We're all going to be happy babies right here. I'm going to open up my my fancy plastic clip. If you have anything in your hair, you might want to take it out. Now, let's inhale. Bend your knees in. Take your palms from the inside and press your feet down to the side. Bala Gopala. Now, I do believe I may have forgotten to thank our amazing crew, Josie and Hurd, our director, John and Rich. Thank you so much. On behalf of Darwin, Reina, to my right, I think Anjuli is in very relaxed mode. Balagopala, Darwin, Reina, Sarah Torres to my extreme left, and Anjuli Bhattacharya. This is Banu Suresh. You are watching Yoga Express. Press your heels down. Now, very gently, hug your knees into your chest. One final wonderful release for the back. Pindasana. Pinda is fetus. And let's just move our knees from side to side. We're congratulating ourselves for a job well done.
This is nice.
Feels good, right? Yeah. You could also hold onto your knees and do a wonderful bit of a sacral massage. Thank you, Josie and John and Rich. We appreciate you guys being there when we needed you most. Give yourself a nice semicircular sacral massage. Now, if you folks don't count us out,